To be honest, I'm not a competitive person by nature. But the one thing I can't stand in my life is when my dad says one particular sentence. Are you a real man? That one sentence denies my very genes. Denies modern science's definition of gender. And denies 14 million years of human evolution. At times like that, if he told me to carry a bundle of dynamite to blow up a bunker, I wouldn't hesitate for a second. Are you a real man? When I was 10, my dad had gone fishing the night before. And overslept in the morning, so he didn't get up to take me to school. What would a normal father do? Get up immediately and drive his son to school. What did my dad do? He lay in bed and said, "Son, go to school by yourself today." I said, "Dad, the school is 5 kilometers away." My dad replied, "Are you a real man?" So 10-year-old Peter walked, got lost along the way, and didn't make it to class until 2 p.m. I hugged my math teacher, whom I usually couldn't stand, and burst into tears, crying and asking if anyone was willing to adopt me. Later, my mom and grandma gave my dad an earful, and they made him take me to the amusement park to make up for the lack of paternal love. When we got to the amusement park, I saw the towering roller coaster and heard the blood-curdling screams from high above. Even as a young child, I instantly understood, this thing was no joke. If I rode it, I'd probably need to change my pants afterward. My dad, with the sharp intuition of a wild beast, sensed my fear and decided to retaliate. He said, "Son, let's ride the roller coaster." I shook my head like a rattle drum. Then he began his performance, squinting his eyes and stretching his head toward me like a turtle. Are you a real man? That day, 10-year-old Peter decided to fight for his dignity. When I was seated on the roller coaster, I saw my dad standing below, waving at me. Wait, Dad, you're not riding? You're not riding yourself, and you're asking me if I'm a man? The roller coaster inched its way upward. As it plunged down from the highest point, I saw my late grandfather opening his arms to me. During the first big loop, the corners of my eyes grew damp. During the second big loop, my pants grew damp. I was in the restroom, vomiting and having diarrhea. Half an hour later, my dad came over again. Let's ride it again. I said, then you go ahead. I'll wait here for you. My dad squinted, stretched his head toward me, and said, Are you a real man? Before I knew it, I was back in the roller coaster seat. My dad was once again standing at the exit, waving at me. As the roller coaster climbed inch by inch, looking down at my ant-sized father below, I made up my mind. I needed to find a good orphanage. Halfway through the ride, my life started flashing before my eyes. From my first time going to kindergarten, to the first time I held the hand of the most popular girl in class. I lamented my tragic life, and marveled at the greatness of paternal love. Eventually, everything went black, and I lost consciousness. I later woke up in my bed at home. My dad looked at me lying there and said, You passed out just like that? Are you a real man? My mom immediately slapped him on the head.